definitely, can we please put up the website address for BBOG? Please definitely visit and download this address. I would hope that policymakers in the country would also download this address. I would hope that civil society groups that fight for advancing the cause of the girl child as well as women in general would also download this address. It is based on a lot of substantial research. So please do read this. This society must make progress on the basis of intellectual depth. This paper was way worth it. Pastor Bakari, thank you very, very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for providing data to show us some of the shocking conditions that we have in our society that can pull us back continuously. And that a nation that seeks to make progress must be one that is driven by evidence as a basis for interventions that are important. Whether it is the cultural, the social, whether it is the economic dimensions of the girl child being held back. Pastor Bakari lays out very succinctly the issues, the challenges, as well as the solutions. And that's what we want to use the annual Chibok Girls Lecture every year to do. We want to be able to bring speakers to this platform annually that would join with the chairperson, and next year our chairperson will definitely be a woman. Our speaker would definitely be a woman. We decided we would have 2 men in a row as speakers and the women as chair. And this time, next year, when we do the 3rd Chibok Girls Annual Lecture, we would have a female speaker and we would have a male chair. But guess what happens every time we have done this? Last year, when we combined Emir of Kanu with Professor Allege Williams, it was unbelievable, the kind of synergy that came forth without their having discussed before they got to the platform. This year, do you see the seamlessness of the speech by the chair and our guest speaker? At the end of the day, the story is about building a society that is inclusive. A society that does not exclude anyone on the basis of their gender, their race, their ethnicity, their language, their religion. Because, by the way, those who seek to do policies of exclusion in this country are often not excluded when they come together on the altar of corruption. They become one language, and that language is called bad leadership and poor governance. And so, as our speakers this year have told us, beyond the matter of our focus on Chibok girls, we have focused on many other dimensions of the issues in the country. It was by virtue of the advocacy that we have done that the invisibility of the Northeast crisis was thrown open for many years. The Northeast crisis was raging. Not much was being said about it in the mainstream media. It was Chibok girls and the advocacy that brought it to the open. We continued to demand improvement for our military. Our military became better resourced and equipped. We have done everything possible to place the focus on even all other citizens. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to say that this advocacy refused to be beaten down, and that was how come our 107 girls never were forgotten. 107 of them are back, the remaining 112, including the one Dapchi girl that remains, Leah Sharibu, will definitely be back. We as a movement will stand to demand. We made a promise, we made a commitment on the first time we came out concerning the girls that we would not stop until all our Chibok girls are back. They must all come back. It is in the inclusion of the weak and vulnerable in our society, in our development process, that the new Nigeria can be guaranteed. And if you stand for the new Nigeria, then you must stand for the weakest and the most vulnerable amongst us all the time. Thank you very much to all of you for coming. Thank you especially to our distinguished guest lecturer as well as the chairperson of today's event. Our hearts go out to our girls. Our hearts go out to their parents, but we'll keep standing with them. God bless you.
Discipline is one of the watchwords of the Bring Back Our Girls movement, and so I'd like to quickly invite the national president of the Chibok community in Nigeria, Mr. Daudu Ilia. A round of applause, please.
The chair of this lecture, my job has actually been made very easy by the co-convener, whom we fondly call leader in BBOG. On behalf of the entire Chibok people and CADA, which is the socio-cultural organization that I represent, I'd like to thank the chair exceedingly, who incidentally was my president in Ahmadu Bello University in 1982-83, my final year. For the thought-provoking opening speech you gave. You have actually said it all. We have been living in denial, and I think you threw it open today. We thank you exceedingly. I want to thank our guest lecturer, Pastor Bakari, for a very lucid analysis of the Nigerian situation as it regards the girl child. We thank you exceedingly, Pastor. And like we've been promised, this paper will be on the website. I would advise our members, particularly of the Chibok community, to take advantage of that document. There is a lot of research that has been put in that paper. We thank you, sir. Dr. Obi, they call you co-convener, we call you our leader. The Chibok nation cannot thank you enough. As we continue in this trouble, we pray that God will keep you strong as ever to continue to give us the leadership that you have until all the girls are back. I want to finish this assignment by recognizing the diplomatic community. The media has been exceedingly supportive, particularly Channels Television. The BBOG advocacy without media would be akin to blinking in the dark. We have been able to achieve what we have because the media has put it up to the public. Once again, I thank the media. I thank those Chibok parents that have taken time to travel over 1,000 miles from Chibok to come and attend this event. I also understand there are some Dapchi parents that have come here. We thank you and we pray for you, for God to continue to soothe your pains over the unfortunate incident that befell your girls in Dapchi. And for the other guests and distinguished members of this audience, I want to conclude by thanking you for attending this event. We look forward to you attending, God willing, the next one. But we pray that by that time, it will just be a ceremonial thing, and that all the Chibok and the single Dapchi girl that is left out there would have come back. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
You have been listening to the second annual Chibok lecture on today, the 4th anniversary of the Chibok kidnappings. Pertinent to know that on this day, the 14th into the 15th of April in 2014, 276 female students were kidnapped from the government secondary school in the town of Chibok in Borno State. And of course, the responsibility for those kidnappings were claimed by Boko Haram. Every single member of the Bring Back Our Girls group seated here. The call is simple: bring back our girls and bring them back now. And you have been listening to every single speaker here. Very sobering event, reminding us of the girls who are still missing and the call to bring them back. I am Kayla Magwa. Channels Television resumes normal programming at the top of the hour with News Track. Thank you.